Oh, you seem very irritated.
I am. I really am, because I feel like it's cap of what I'm getting a ticket for. I was getting out of your way. You were speeding up, tailing me. So I move over and you stop me. So yeah, I am a little irritated.
Hello, and you are watching the Scooting Scholar Report. I am your humble host, Richard Lawrence. Perhaps you're familiar with the saying, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Well, after the events that took place a couple of weeks ago in Texas between the state trooper and Sandra Bland, I think we may want to reconsider that notion. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with the case of Sandra Bland, the woman who was found dead in her jail cell after 3 days. She was apprehended after being pulled over for what should have been a very routine traffic stop. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. Did she commit suicide? Was she murdered? Why was she even apprehended? Why was she even jailed in the first place? But there were events that led up to her being jailed, which of course don't make sense either, such as when the officer, by the name of Brian Encinia, observes that she seems to be irritated. Well, I guess he was taken for a loop because she answered him honestly and said that she was irritated. Now, I don't even know why he asked her that question in the first place, but I don't know about you, but when I've been pulled over by a police officer for a violation, whether I thought I was in the right or in the wrong, the last thing on my mind is jumping for joy. Something else that struck me, though, was that after the altercation that ensued afterward, right? So after she answers him honestly, like I said, I think he was thrown for a loop, but perhaps it's because Officer Encinia thought that he was going to be the hero. We notice in the complete video, and if you get a chance to watch it, please do so. It is, I believe, still on YouTube. In the video, we see during, or I should say, we hear during their scuffle, there's a scuffle that takes place between the officer and Ms. Bland as he's trying to apprehend her and arrest her. During this scuffle, he tells her, "I was going to give you a warning." Now, maybe he was going to give her a warning instead of a citation. And perhaps in his mind, he thought that if he gives her a warning, she'll see him as a good cop. Unfortunately, though, things only got worse when he then asked her to put out her cigarette, to which she declined. Again, I think she was well within her rights. Would I have done the same? Probably not, but that's just not my personality. Nevertheless, she didn't comply, and what should have been a situation which he should have tried to diffuse only escalated to a more extreme situation. But think about it. Police officers are supposed to serve and protect us. But in the case of Officer Encinia, or Trooper Encinia, he did neither. So instead of it being a routine traffic stop, it developed into something very, or ultimately, very tragic. This leads me to my final thought. There's another saying that goes like this: don't ask a question to which you already know the answer. I have a hard time believing that Officer Encinia didn't know the answer to his question, or to his original question. Perhaps if he hadn't asked that question, Sandra Bland might be alive today. Well, I've got to scoot. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope we get to do this again real soon.